In today's video, we are taking a look at the Air Pro 4s from SOUNDPEATS. These are fully wireless in-ear noise-canceling earbuds, which feature Bluetooth 5.3, multi-point connection, aptX support, transparency mode, and so much more. Now, these retail for around $79, which is on the higher end of SOUNDPEATS products. So stick around and let's find out if they're worth the higher price, and let's get started. Just a disclaimer before we get started, I did receive these at no cost for this review, but SOUNDPEATS has had zero input and these are 100% my opinions only. So in the box are the headphones, charging case, as well as a short USB-C cable and some smaller and larger silicone earbuds. For reference, I did end up sticking with the standard tips that were included on the earbuds. Let's start off with the charging case. I do like the size. It's small but well built. Nothing cracks or feels cheap. It's sturdy and seems to be quite scratch resistant, which is super nice thing with darker cases. As if this was to get scratched, you would see it right away and you would always notice it. But there's not much on the exterior of the case. Some rose gold accents give it a nice touch. A charging indicator light is present on the front as well as the USB-C charging port on the bottom. The light is a battery indicator for the case, so green means above 50% battery, yellow is between 20 and 50%, and red means that the case is below 20% battery. One downside of the case is it does not support wireless charging. This would be nice to have, as you could just throw it on any Qi wireless charger while sitting at your desk. But honestly, this case can charge the buds 3 times before fully depleting the battery. So I can definitely plug these in with a USB-C cable and be fine with the way they are. As I am trying to build that USB-C everyday carry, and these are going to fit right in to that. Taking the earbuds out of the case, we can see that they are a stem type design, which I do tend to like better as they feel more secure in the ear. The weight of the stem helps to keep these in place. Most of the buds that I have used without the stem seem to move around and cause me to constantly adjust, which can lead to bothering your ears. I tested these while walking, jogging, and lifting weights, and I had zero issues with these falling out. Again, I am using the medium silicone tips that were included in the package, and I am able to wear these multiple hours without any discomfort, or the need to take them out. If the mediums do not fit your ears, SOUNDPEATS do include smaller and larger tips to be able to get that better seal. But no wings or ear hooks are included in the box. But like I mentioned, I had zero issues with the fit, but yours may differ. The Air Pro 4s do feature an IPX4 sweat resistance rating. Wearing these during an intense workout will not cause them to malfunction or stop working during your workout. Each earbud has 3 tap functions built into each bud. 1 tap for volume, 2 taps for play pause or answer and hang up a phone call, and 3 taps to enable or disable game mode, which I will talk about a little bit later. This works quite well. The sensitivity is very light. There's no need to hit the bud causing discomfort. Just lightly placing your finger on the SOUNDPEATS logo will register as a touch. But a nice feature is that if you do tend to use a single earbud, both audio channels will come through the single earbud, rather than only hearing the one channel. This is a big thing for me, as I do like to only wear one bud while working. Battery life on the Air Pro 4s is rated for about 6 hours without noise cancellation, and about 4 hours with noise cancellation turned on. But in my testing, I found that I was able to get a little bit closer to 7 hours with the ANC turned off, and it was right around that 4 hours with ANC turned on. Like I mentioned before, the case does carry about 20 hours of extra battery, which is equal to about 3 full charges for the earbuds. Unfortunately, no quick charge feature is available with the case, so charging will take about 90 minutes to 2 hours to fully charge the case from a 0% battery. Connectivity on the Air Pro 4s is great. There's Bluetooth 5.3, supports multi-point connections, which means you can connect to two different devices at the same time. Now, they cannot play simultaneously, but they will pause the other device. For example, if you have an iPhone and an Android connected to the earbuds, and you are playing audio from your iPhone, if you press play on the Android, the iPhone will pause automatically and the Android will begin to play. And vice versa if you continue to play on the iPhone. For audio, AAC and SBC is supported, as well as apx adaptive and apx lossless. If you do have a device that supports lossless, you will also require a streaming service that supports lossless as well. So Spotify users, unfortunately there is still no lossless playback for you. You will need to be either using Apple Music or Tidal for one of those higher quality streams. In most cases, apx adaptive will be used when lossless is not supported. Now, I did not notice any latency when watching media on my mobile phones or tablets, but when I tested on my laptop while editing one of my videos, I could notice a delay. But after enabling game mode, either by tapping 3 times on the earbud or using the app, the latency was decreased and it made it much more usable. But game mode is available for those games that do require fast audio. This will drain the battery a little bit fast, but it does bring the latency on iPhones down to under 400 milliseconds. And on Androids, they drop to even below 300 milliseconds, which is great for those first-person shooters or fast action games. For call quality, these earbuds feature 6 microphones, 3 microphones on each earbud, including a feedback mic, a feed-forward mic, and a voice mic. Putting all this together, the Air Pro 4s are able to remove background noise and focus on just your voice. And here's what the SOUNDPEATS sound like when taking voice calls through the headphones. With the SOUNDPEATS app, we can go in and see the battery life for each earbud, control the volume as well, and we can change or adjust the EQ. Now, SOUNDPEATS does include 9 presets that you can choose from to adjust the way these earbuds sound. But if you want the most customization, I recommend you adjust the 10-band EQ, which is right below the presets. Here you can adjust each band and tune it to your liking. Now, if you listen to different genres of music, you might be better going the way of the preset, as there is no way to save different custom profiles. But if you can find a happy medium, I'm sure you will be happy with the custom EQ. But do test everything out. I do listen to more of a hip-hop, R&B, heavy bass kind of music, so my U-shape EQ definitely worked for everything that I listen to. You can also choose between active noise cancelling mode, normal, and transparency mode. Moving down is a manual adjustment for game mode to lower the latency of the earbuds. And next is the option to disable the tap functions of the earbuds. But there is no way to adjust what each tap does. And last, whether or not you want the in-ear detection. That includes when removing the bud from your ears, the audio will stop playing and continue when you put it back in. So no need to hit play or pause. The noise cancellation on these buds are quite good. Despite the price, these perform very well, removing almost all low rumbling noises, and I really only noticed high-pitched noises made their way through. And of course the in-ear seal helps with these, but nonetheless I was impressed. Definitely a pass for me. And same goes for the transparency mode. These are my first pair of SOUNDPEATS, and the transparency mode was quite good. I can easily keep both buds in and have a conversation without any issues. It does sound like a boosted pass-through, so it does sound authentic, not simulated or bothersome while using. There is no adaptive mode, which will switch to active noise cancelling if the sound gets too loud in your environment, and back to pass-through when it quiets. But I wouldn't expect something like that on a $80 pair of headphones. Now, starting off with sound quality, these being an in-ear bud, you are going to benefit from the in-ear seal. As well, you are also going to get the benefit of the ANC, which will make these buds sound even louder. Out of the box, these do tend to be more of a warm, bassy sound, and I do like that, because after using AirPods for a while, I really do miss some more bass in my ears. So I really enjoyed using these. But again, the app is great for either choosing a pre-made EQ or adjusting the 10-band to make them fit your style. I do think if you're going for the EQ, give a little boost to the bass and the treble and it will help these sound really good for most people. But I did create my own custom EQ and I did give it that U shape, like I mentioned, which fits my listening best. So feel free to give it a copy and give it a listen. Now, a couple dislikes, as I've mentioned through the video, but here is the dislikes section. I did not like that you cannot adjust the taps on the earphones or make adjustments, because a track back or a repeat track is not available on the earphones. So you will have to bring out your phone to hit that, as I know it is probably one of the least used ones, but it is still not available. Another thing is the case battery is not tracked in the app. Yes, it is indicator light on the front of the case, but it would just be nice to show a battery percentage of the last time the case was connected. Now, something to note was when I adjusted the volume in the app, it will adjust the sound in iOS. But when adjusting the sound using the volume keys, it will not be represented in the app. Not a big deal, but just something to note. Now, one thing I did run into when I was using these is I was wearing the earbuds under a beanie or toque, and my music was constantly being paused, which is very strange because to pause is a double tap. And I was not tapping or holding my ears or anything like that. So when I removed the beanie, the issue resolved itself. So clearly it was the beanie that was causing it. Just one of the issues that I noticed while using these earbuds. So now for the conclusion. For the price of these buds, I was absolutely shocked with the performance and the quality that you get from these. I now prefer to listen to music with these rather than my AirPods Pro. And that means we're talking over $250 in a price difference. And you can even find these on sale for cheaper than $79. But thanks for watching. Leave a like if you enjoyed, subscribe if you're new, and I will catch you in the next one.